Gabriel, who, through no fault of his own, commits one of my cardinal sins of quarterbacking, which is he's tiny. And so, I mean, he's tiny.
And who will be the first quarterback game?
Shedeur. Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns quarterback room has suddenly turned into a battleground. What was supposed to be a calm and predictable rotation behind Joe Flacco has exploded into drama, fueled by the rise of rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Nobody thought Sanders would even sniff the QB2 spot this early. Yet here we are. His calm confidence, his work ethic, and his flashes of brilliance in training camp have not just made him relevant, they've made him dangerous. Cleveland fans are watching a rookie force his way into the conversation, and the team's future may be shifting faster than anyone expected. This is not just a preseason story. It's a potential quarterback revolution in the making.
Do you think Shedeur might get a little bit of a bump and see some of those first reps with your starting offense in Philly?
Yeah, I'm not. We need to get through the next couple of days from an injury standpoint, Mary Kay, and see where everybody is. I'm really focused on all of our quarterbacks' development and every single one of these reps, like they are last night, how important they are. So that's what I'm focused on more than anything.
Let's set the stage. Dylan Gabriel was penciled in as QB2. The Browns expected him to play it safe, learn behind Flacco, and hold the clipboard. But then the games started. Gabriel, who came in with high hopes, stumbled. His preseason setbacks weren't minor hiccups. They were glaring weaknesses exposed under the lights. Meanwhile, Sanders showed poise far beyond his age. And look, I have been researching about NFL for the last 7 to 8 years deeply, and what I think is this: Sanders' rise is not just hype, it's substance. This is the type of rookie growth that pushes organizations into making uncomfortable decisions. Now, here's where things get messy. Sanders didn't have a perfect preseason. He had a rough outing too, but the reaction from the coaching staff told the real story. Kevin Stefanski praised Sanders' composure, his consistency, and his ability to shake off mistakes. That's exactly what you want in a quarterback. Contrast that with Gabriel, who not only struggled but looked rattled when things didn't go his way. The Browns suddenly had a choice: stick with their original plan or adapt to a changing reality. When a rookie demands respect with his play, no depth chart is safe, and Cleveland is now living that truth. Then came the twist. The Browns signed Bailey Zappe, a veteran quarterback, a stabilizer, someone who could fill depth but also send a clear message. This wasn't about Shedeur Sanders. This was about Dylan Gabriel. The writing is on the wall. Gabriel's hold on QB2 is slipping, and the whispers around the league are growing louder. Analysts are already connecting the dots. Signing Zappe wasn't about insurance. It was about leverage. The Browns are preparing themselves for something bigger, something strategic. And that something could very well be moving Gabriel out of Cleveland and giving Sanders the opening he's been fighting for since day one. Trade rumors are now flying everywhere. Gabriel's size, his arm strength limitations, and his struggles have made him the odd man out. Teams looking for backup quarterbacks might take the gamble, but Cleveland seems ready to let him go. If that happens, Sanders steps into QB2, one heartbeat away from starting in the NFL. Imagine that, a rookie, once dismissed as just a name, suddenly becoming the Browns' most important young piece. And hey, if you're locked into stories like this and you want the biggest, most dramatic breakdowns of the NFL, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. What makes this story even more electric is the high-profile support Sanders is getting. Stephen A. Smith, Rich Eisen, two of the most influential voices in sports media, have gone public with their confidence in Shedeur Sanders. Eisen even predicted he would move into the QB2 role this season. This is more than hype. When voices like these start amplifying your name, it builds momentum that even organizations can't ignore. Sanders isn't just winning games, he's winning the narrative. And in today's NFL, that's power. It's one thing to perform. It's another to have the media and the fans push you up the ladder. And let's not forget the name, Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is the son of Deion Primetime Sanders. That family legacy carries weight, whether people want to admit it or not. Trading Shedeur would be a nightmare for Cleveland's front office because the backlash from fans would be nuclear. You don't discard a Sanders, not when the NFL is buzzing about him, not when the jersey sales are flying, and not when every camera wants to catch his next throw. For better or worse, the Browns are tied to Shedeur Sanders now, and that makes the Gabriel trade rumors feel less like speculation and more like inevitability. Think about what's at stake here. If Gabriel is traded, Sanders officially becomes QB2. That's not just a title, that's opportunity. Joe Flacco's experienced, yes, but he's not a long-term answer. Every snap he takes could be one step closer to Shedeur getting his shot. And if Sanders ever touches that field as QB1, even for a single game, the Browns could be staring down a decision that changes the entire direction of the franchise. Are they ready for that? Are the fans ready for that? Because the way things are unfolding, the question isn't if, it's when. The twist is simple. The Browns never planned for this. They thought Gabriel was the future bridge, Sanders was the project, and Zappe was the insurance. Instead, Sanders has blown the doors off that plan. This is what the NFL does. It takes expectations, tears them apart, and forces teams to pivot. Sanders wasn't supposed to be here. He wasn't supposed to be knocking on the door of QB2, much less looking like a future starter. But that's exactly what's happening, and it's happening fast. The Browns don't have time to ease him along anymore. They either commit or risk losing him to doubt and indecision. So here's the truth. The Cleveland Browns are standing at a crossroads. Keep Gabriel and risk wasting Sanders' momentum. Trade Gabriel and admit that the rookie has already earned his shot. Either way, the outcome changes the Browns' long-term quarterback strategy forever. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a rookie anymore. He's a movement, a statement, and maybe even the Browns' future. The next few weeks could reshape not just a depth chart, but an entire franchise. And if you want to stay ahead of every twist, every rumor, every decision that could shake this team to its core, stay locked in right here. This story is only getting started.